What is good, y'all? SGG gang, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Indianapolis Colts rebuild video, baby. If you guys are ready for it, make sure you guys hit the like, comment, and subscribe on your way in. If you guys are new to the series, man, we are trying to rebuild these Colts because there's a lot of good talent here, but a lot of underperforming championships. And we're looking very strong to start the year off, 3-1. But we're going to see our first tough test of the season this year with the Jacksonville Jaguars being 3-1 as well. Coming off a week where Jonathan Taylor rushed for 154 yards, 2 catches, 27 yards, 4 touchdowns total. And man, am I sad that we weren't able to go and get him that development trait opportunity, but he is still a beast for us. So I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't get another opportunity or if he just doesn't play his way into it with his stats this season. Now, looking at the Jags roster from top to bottom, it's still pretty much the same that you've seen in real life. T-Law still in the backfield. They really drastically threw his rating down, though. I'm surprised with a 77 overall. So they even went and drafted a quarterback in this past year's draft. You still got ETN at halfback, Kirk, Ridley, and Agnew at the wideout spots, man. And this team is going to be one that we have to keep our eyes on because obviously they're playing right along with us, and somebody's got to take over this division. You got Trevor Lawrence, you've got CJ Stroud to contend with. Titans are in a little bit of a rebuild, so we don't kind of have to worry about them as much. But it's a long season, and only time will tell who's going to make their way to the top and who's going to drop down. Now, as we go through their full roster here today, because we'll be focusing mainly on this game, you see one of their top edge rushing prospects here, LaMichael Hamilton, who they were able to get early into the draft, as well as a very, very good front seven from linebackers to defensive line and all, and then a good secondary too, just to, take the top off the roof, right? So they've got a very good defensive squad in general, and it's just going to be up to the offense to see if they can keep pace. Now, we have one of the highest scoring offenses, actually number 1 in points per game in the entire NFL to start off this point in the season, and our defense is actually one of the worst. So I think that just comes with our games being super long and us just blowing leads in the fourth quarter, just kind of taking our foot off the gas a little bit. But it is what it is. It actually leads us to an upgrade for a defensive player here, Jalen Jackson, rookie, who actually has worked his way into the starting rotation here with the linebacking core, hidden development, so still don't know what he is. But we'll go ahead and work on, I feel like, his run stopper. We don't really do a lot of 4-3 pass coverage, and a lot of times we're going to this, we're trying to stop the run. So we'll go there, get +1 on his man coverage, though, so I'll take it. He's sitting at 60 on that overall now, 70 in his zone, 75 tackles. So he's looking like a strong candidate, and hopefully we'll just kind of hold down that spot for us for a time to come. But that'll lead us straight into our first game against the Jaguars. The next time we play them is near the end of the season. They're one of our last games, and not the last one, but one of the last. So this game right here could definitely be a game that leads to possibly the winner of the division. You got a very strong defensive unit with, honestly, they have good weapons all the way around. Like, they're a team that's similarly built to us, honestly, just because the defense is really good and they've got some good but unproven weapons on the offensive side of the ball, which I feel like we have. Josh Downs, Anthony Richardson haven't proven themselves a whole lot yet. Alec Pierce, obviously we need tight end help, but we do have we have Jonathan Taylor, who's proven himself, Michael Pittman Jr., who's proven himself, and then kind of the same thing can be said for them. Christian Kirk proven himself. I think Trevor Lawrence has proven himself. Just gets hurt a little bit too often, has yet to kind of make those really, really big plays. But I do think he's our quarterback of the future and should be there for a long time. I don't think they should be moving on from him anytime soon. In fact, I think he should be deserving of that second contract. Everybody's got to play for that first contract to get the second, but I think he's deserving of that second. And who else is working his way into that second contract already? Anthony Richardson, who I at least planned on being here for the entirety of the series. We'll see if it's entirety of the career, but entirety of the series. At the very least, as we're getting things started with our triple option play here, trying to get them confused, but it looks like they watched their film as they were completely ready for that, locking it up, kept the corner and safety outside for them, so only a minimum game on that one. We'll come right back, 2nd and 9, trying to counter back left. Jonathan Taylor wide open running lane. That'll put us at 3rd and 1. I mean, after a game where my boy did go off here, as we go back to Zach Moss for the first. He went off for 150. Why not keep pressing this run game and see if their front seven is good at pass rushing or run blocking? Because right now, it's looking like we eating the run game up. Back juke to get the defender lacking. That was the safety coming over to get Jonathan Taylor. Sent a simple back juke. And just like that, we're already in plus territory. Knocking on the door of the red zone with this pass to Michael Pittman Jr. Trying to get the arm of Richardson involved a little bit more. We'll go pass again here on 2nd down. Get it up to Alec Pierce. He will catch it and go down, so that's a smooth play for him. Staying in the shotgun here, going right back to Pierce. Gets taken down, but we are inside of the 10-yard line now. This is where champions are made. We have to go in here and score. Great run block there by our guard. That was Nelson pulling over and getting the block, but we got tripped up from behind. So we'll go right back to Taylor. See if we can get this touchdown. Breaking a couple, but getting taken down by 5. As the Jags swarmed him on that one. So we'll go right back to him again. Ooh, that's 3 straight. He's kind of been stuffed up here at the goal line. Are we going to actually be able to get in here with Taylor? 3rd and 1. They send a full-out blitz. We'll go with the read option, and they locked that up too. 4th and goal. You know we're going for it being this close, and we get sacked. I'm going for it thinking if we don't get it, they'll at least be at the 3. They actually sack us back and give themselves their own room. As we are completely denied. We tried to throw this one out. Couldn't get it. I think Jonathan Taylor was open there on the swing route. Trying to look over the middle. They sent it all-out blitz, and you see 3 people in his face before he can even do anything. And that's good defense. We knew it was something that this team did well. I love those helmets. I'm not going to lie, though. The all black with the Jaguar symbol is probably one of my favorite helmets in the league. Honestly, one of my favorite unis in the league. I love the teal. Mixing it with the black and, what do you call it, like gold? If the helmets were gold instead of black, I think that would be tough. Or if you could change the colors from the number colors, make those gold maybe. Those would be some tough uniforms. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, let me stop fantasizing over the Jaguars like I'm on that team. We got to beat them here today as they got the ball for their first offensive possession and already looking at a 3rd and 8 here. As we kind of bunch up the middle. Bell moves over the top of the slot receiver, and Collins came down and gave up a wide open seam route. Maybe he was trying to pass out on the run or come up and protect something short to stop the first. Kind of sold out on it when he didn't need to here as we get more pressure in T-Law's face. Throw goes out and Bell knocks that one loose. Our defense is just as strong. Don't forget. As we send another blitz this time. T-Law's going to get out. He throws that one deep. That's Vince Anthony with the catch. First interception of his young career. Going one-on-one man coverage with the running back. Maybe a little bit of a bump PI, but hey, there better not be no Jaguars fans in this video. Shh. Don't tell the refs. Because we were able to go and get that interception. We see here on the slow-mo, just kind of a little shoulder nudge. We're just running, no hands. And comes up and takes that one away from Travis Etienne one-on-one. At least he was able to get him down, though. So we'll at least take over the ball, stopping them from scoring. And the game is still 0-0 here as we go right back to our regularly scheduled run game to the left. As Jonathan Taylor is eating that up. I think, honestly, we run better to the left. I think most of our runs are to the left. Now, obviously, that's low-key not by play design because that's just how the playbook is made. There's a lot of, ooh, that could have been a touchdown. Richardson just off with the arm accuracy. But there's a lot of runs to the left or end up being cutback lanes to the left. So I think it's just our left side of the line is stronger. Now, despite being stronger on the left side, we end up having to see yet another 4th, and we're going to go for it. Division rivalry game, it's only 4th and 6. We're at midfield anyway. Defense just played great, so why not give Anthony Richards a chance to show me that he can do something with his arm. Rolling out, throws it over to Michael Pittman Jr., spins off one tackle, and gets taken down for the first down. Great spot of the ball there, and thank you, honestly, to the Jaguars defensive lineman. Really kind of pushed our guy forward there, so I'll take that one. And then we're trying to take the top off here as that might have worked. Josh Downs did have a step there briefly. That's put a little bit more on the money. That could have been 6. So we drop back here. Richardson taken down. And there he is, the young rookie prospect for the Jags, taking us down in the backfield, ruining the drive yet again. And this time around, we're not going to go for it on 4th. We've already done it twice. We'll just punt this one back. And, oh, I swear that landed in front of the pylon, but no coffin corner kicks here today. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Jacksonville Jaguars as they're going to try to toss this one out. ETN, plenty of rooms and blocks, jukes his way forward and gets taken down for a minimal gain. Honestly, that was looking way more promising. As they'll go right back to the shotgun here, try to pick up enough for first, throwing out of a sack this time, and he will just throw it away. So far, T-Law is 2 for 7 on the day, not finding much room to throw as the offensive line for the Jags, they really are playing like us actually at this point. Strong defense, good weapons, just no time to get it to them. The run game actually isn't playing as good as ours, of course, but I would say Jonathan Taylor is a little bit better than Travis Etienne, at least proven-wise. Now we go 2nd and 13 after that run play went nowhere. Throw goes up the middle to Mo Alley Cox, getting down for the catch here. And I did see some of you guys' feedback saying that maybe switch out Mo Alley Cox and Woods. I do agree. Woods is playing a little bit better. This to show you guys, I'll be in them comments too. If you guys are going to comment, I'm going to be down there reading them and interacting with y'all. But Woods is playing a little bit better, but is that because he's tight end 2 or not? I've got to test that out to see now, to see if Mo Alley Cox is really going to be a threat, or is Jelani Woods really actually better than he is? Could Woods be the tight end of the future, and not need to go pick one up, as that's a great juke move. We got back-to-back injuries for the Jaguars here on back-to-back plays, but I mean, issue if Mo Alley Cox gonna block like that, at least I'll take it here. So we're gonna go right back to him, catching it off the throw out of the sack. Anthony Richardson was basically halfway to the floor when he just threw that one up and said Mo Alley is down there somewhere, and it gets us the 1st and goal at the 8. We're gonna roll back. Throw goes back shoulder and gets knocked off of him. I don't know if that's PI or not, but it looks like he kind of made contact before the ball got there. We're going to send for this time as it looked like a blitz. Going up the middle and gets taken down for a minimal gain there, getting just up to the 3-yard line. We're going empty here. 3rd and goal. Looks like he's going to roll out, throws it out to the halfback. That's Taylor with the catch and a touchdown. I don't know how he did it. I thought he was down maybe at the 1 or like inches, and I was going to go for it anyway, regardless, being that close with a run this time, not a pass, so we don't get sacked. But Jonathan Taylor, one-on-one here, just catches the straight up stop route. And I guess as you look at the replay here, the foot was on the white line. Ball never crossed the plane, but there was no review of the play. So we'll just kind of take it here as we go ahead and take that sack too as well. Manny Bell getting his 1st of the game. We are up 7-0 here midway through the 2nd quarter, as that's almost a yick. And Trevor Lawrence is throwing this thing dangerously close to our DBs. Drop back. Rolling out of the pocket right, throws it back left over the top of the head of Manny Bell. And I guess that's something he has better than Richardson. He's able to throw crossbody on the run just a little bit more accurately. So he gets that pass off, gets the next one off too as well. And they're in enemy territory for seemingly, I feel like, the first time today, as they have a chance here to possibly make something happen. And of course, we send that blitz. 6-man pressure gets Kwity Paye right into the backfield. And that boy T-Law is eating grass again. 3rd and 14, they go with a screenplay. The blocks look like they get set up briefly, but nowhere to go as that Colts defense swarms it. They're out of field goal range, so they will have to just punt it. And we'll have a 2-minute drill here to try to go score some points as we have a wide open Mo Alley Cox up the middle. That boy trying to save his starting job. Making a couple big plays here today. As Anthony Richards will call the hurry up. We're going to try to get up this field as fast as possible. I love the deep ball here to Michael Pittman Jr., but he does not come down with it one-on-one with the safety. I love the idea, though. I like the pressure that they're sending to as well, but not going to be enough as Mo Alley Cox again. Are y'all sure y'all want him to be the backup? My boy is out there looking like an all-pro now. I think he might have overheard you when you came into my coaching office and told me that little tip. From now on, when y'all give me tips like that, y'all are going to be like assistant scouts. So y'all came into my office and told me that Mo Alley Cox walked by and he was creeping up on the door. He said, I got to turn it up today. I can't let Woods replace me. Drop back. Clean pocket. Throws over the middle. Almost yicked off by the safety. Now that makes it 3rd and 10. 25 seconds left. So, I mean, we can just settle for our 3. If we don't get it here, we don't have to force it. Pretty clean pocket. Throwing over the middle. And that's Michael Pittman Jr. spinning off of a tackle. We call our first timeout. We still had all 3 timeouts too, by the way, but call our first timeout as he got us down to the 3-yard line, catching it, spinning off the tackle, and it leads to another Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. I don't know what kind of stomp the yard. This ain't that's a disrespectful to stomp the yard. I don't know what kind of dances those was, but y'all need to go back to the locker room and practice. Good thing it's about to be halftime. Yeah, y'all come in here for these halftime adjustments, and we're gonna rehearse some more dances for the second half real quick. So 14-0 here, going into the end of the first half, or actually 13-0. We actually missed the extra point, but already we have 41 offensive snaps. As an offense, the Jaguars have not been able to do anything. They've seen a lot of 3-and-outs. We've kept them close. We've got turnovers, and we've just running plays, running clock. So coming into the halftime break here, you see the Dolphins go ahead and handle the Titans, giving them their 4th loss of the season, 14-10. Very low scoring affair there for Tua. Not really able to get the arm going, only throwing for barely over 100. Then you got the Raiders and Bucks, who the Bucks looking like they might win their first game. Rookie Burton, 7 for 7, 79 yards and a touchdown today. Up 21-0, about to go into their halftime versus Las Vegas. And then the Chiefs versus 49ers. Looks like they are up 12-6. 49ers still undefeated at 4-0, and we'll see if the Chiefs can reverse history or keep history going and beat them in this game like they did in the Super Bowl. Sorry, 49ers fans. That one must sting to see again. But at least you can rub off that sting with some more of this great run game that Jonathan Taylor's about to produce to you guys. Almost 100 yards in the first half already as we step here into the third. 2nd and 8 in the pistol. Richardson trying to escape the pocket. Not much room to go as they keep him into the pocket this time. Great throw there down the field. Oh, yeah, that's Kalani Woods there. Yet again, making another play deep now. He's trying to fight for the starting role as we go off to Taylor here. And, well, we know who's not fighting for it. Granson Nate. Because if he had held a better block there, we've seen at least into the red zone. Go back, 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts here. Throw right over the middles. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what Josh Downs just did, but he broke the nickel back. I can't even read whose name that was. My boy just hit a breakdance. He touched the flow. Scrubbed off the Mr. Clean off the ground. I don't know what he was doing, as that was a ball thrown into a contested tight window. A lot of contact there. They are going to call pass interference on the defense. You love to see it, and that gets us all the way to the 2-yard line without needing to try, basically. Which, I mean, he did kind of knock my dude off route when he could have had a chance to catch that. And we're going to follow that one up with a read option here into the end zone. But before we go ahead and celebrate, there is a yellow flag on the ground. Piece of laundry on the floor. We'll have to see what this penalty is. Of course. The center, Ryan Kelly, who had, I guess he had some involvement in the play, but now backs us up to the 12-yard line instead of a touchdown here, as Richardson says he'll just do it himself yet again anyway and trucks his way into the end zone. Getting around the DB, of course, getting tackled from behind by the defensive lineman. Probably a little unnecessary roughness there. It needs to be called, but whatever. As Richardson goes ahead and increases our lead yet again. This is now a 3-score lead as the Jags still have yet to get anything on the board. And us ourselves are looking at 20 points already. You said what offensive coordinator? You want to go for 2? Just go up 21? Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and go for 2 here, guys. You know, the offensive coordinator went ahead and convinced me of it. And he chose the right play, too, as well. I said, if you're going to want me to go for it, you pick the play. He chose the slants there, and Josh Downs, much like getting us to the 2-yard line, gets us the last 2 yards we need to make this a 21-0 ball game. And Trevor, you got your work cut out for you, my boy, as it's time to go ahead and come out here and try to make a play for us. Dropping back, handing it off to ETN. That run game's not working. DeForest Buckner is all over that. Leading the league in TFLs. That boy is an absolute monster in the run game. I mean, his contract's up at the end of the season, so the better he plays, the more money he's going to ask for. So this is not looking good as they're going to throw this ball deep. It's one-on-one coverage. Great play there by Vincent Anthony. One-on-one on Christian Kirk, and he's able to handle it. That's why he's one of my best man coverage corners. I love putting him on some of their best receivers. I wish there was an easier way to put it on there, because I definitely would have him every game. Vince would probably be the person I manned up, or at least assigned to guard the best receiver of every game, just because of his man coverage being so good. I wish there was an easier way to do that, but it does it by overall or speed or something like that, which I don't think Vince leads any category like that. So it is what it is. But at least here, it'll give us an opportunity, or give the Jags an opportunity. 3rd and 1 here, going to the outside. Looks like he has a lane, and he gets enough for the first down. I thought Brents might have been able to come up for that one, but he got spun off of and sat down like a baby. Just kind of like we just sat down Trevor Lawrence there. That's Kwity Paye once again in the backfield. 21-0, late 3rd quarter, 3rd and 18. What do? They draw up a screen pass that ends up in the ground. Now, at least they'll be able to settle for their 3 and finally see the board, as it took them almost, what now? We'll calculate this in real time, because, you know, it's 15-minute quarters in the league. So 30, roughly about, 45 minutes of gameplay to even see the board. Now, of course, it's up to us to go ahead and kind of run some of this clock down a little bit. So we're going to go to the read option here. Let Anthony Richardson let them legs loose as he goes ahead and slides down for a first down there easily off the read option. Come right back to the pistol. This time we're going to go with the direct handoff off the left side. Ooh. Quentin Nelson giving up the tackle that time. I'm blaming it on you completely, because that could have been a lot more dangerous. 2nd and 7. Taylor, left side out of the gun, and he's got plenty of room and daylight to move. That's a great juke move. Ooh. Had the corner Holcomb confused, just straight up jump juked him out the way. And that's a great way to end the 3rd quarter, man. We are still up 21-3. Of course, we're closing in on being close to the same amount of pass attempts, but we have as many rush attempts as they do pass attempts. So it's clear who's been winning the time of possession game here. That's a throw over to Michael Pittman Jr. for the catch. We'll end up being a 4th and 5 here with us up this much, though. We'll just go ahead and settle for our 3. Almost got there by the Jaguars. He almost blocked that one, but we're going to go ahead and get it up. Now it is 24-3. You still have a 21-point skunk, basically. We get this rock back. And we'll be able to complete that skunk here today on the computer, bro. How good would a skunk feel today against a division rival? Well, not if Collins keeps doing that. Running right past the ball. Of course, his zone was up a little farther, so I guess I can't blame him for trying to do his assignment, but a little bit more ball skills would be nice. 1st and 10. Enemy territory for the Jags. They're back onto our side. They're going for that one-on-one again. This time, Vincent Anthony gives it up. First time around, he knocked it loose. This time, Trevor Lawrence put a better ball on that. Christian Kirk comes down with it, falling out of bounds, and easily puts them up here in plus territory into the red zone, as they're going to be looking to try to score here now. Inside the 10, 2nd and 5. They'll go under center, but drop back for a pass. Throw goes out to the flats, and that is an easy catch and touchdown play for Christian Kirk. Catching that one on the sideline and barely knocking the pylon over. Basically, honestly, if it wasn't for knocking the pylon over, I don't think he would have scored, because I don't think that ball crossed the plane. I think his foot just kicked the pylon. But it's okay. We still have a 2-score lead here, 24-10, though. Despite that, as we're going to go with the screen of our own like they did earlier. And this is how you properly run it, as that's a great tackle. Can't even fault him for that. It's a great shoestring grab. Kept that from being a far bigger game than it could have been. And we've just got time ticking here. We're going with another read option. Great play up the middle, and we're going to have to dive down, as that is no blocking for Michael Pittman Jr., letting 2 guys go straight past him. Thank you. This is why you barely get the ball. Richardson does not like you because you don't know how to block. Throw goes out to him, though, on the following play, and he just keeps spinning off defenders. Catching traffic machine, as he just catches them and spins off as soon as he's touched. We're going back to Jonathan Taylor to the left side with a great run. I think that corner just tracked him all the way from the other side of the field. I think they were a man on that. 3rd and 3, staying in the gun here. Man blitz as they get out to Josh Downs, enough for the 1st down. Somehow holding on to that one, I'm not mad at it. As we'll go right back to yet another 3rd down, needing it first here. We're going right back to Downs, and that one's just barely out of reach. As they sent in some heavy pressure that time around, didn't have the time to really wait for that to develop like I wanted to. And once again, we'll have to settle for 3. At least this one is in the middle of the field, so it should be relatively easy as long as there's no blocks. It's up, and it's good. 27-10 ball game now. Only 2 minutes left in the game. So they are down 17. So that's 3 possessions actually with that field goal. So I think this game is pretty much wrapped up. I don't know if there's anything they can really do here. Now, of course, they might be trying as they go to use the 2-minute warning as a timeout, and then never mind. Maybe they're not. They went for a run play on 2nd and 10, down by 17. They called a hurry up here, so maybe it was by accident. So they go with a play action fake here, trying to get it out, but we get the sack. And just like that, man, I mean, they decide to go ahead and punt it. They don't even try to go for it on 4th. So that doesn't say waving the white flag. I don't know what it is. So, you know, a lot of times there's no sportsmanship for the rivals, but if you're just going to wave the white flag like this, might as well just go ahead and end this thing and go ahead and get up out of here, right? So 27-10 victory here for Indianapolis Colts, taking care of the division rival Jacksonville Jaguars. After starting off the season 3-0, they are now 3-2. And we ourselves on a 4-game winning streak after losing our first one to Houston, have bounced all the way back and looked very productive. The run game was amazing today. Defense looked good. And if we look here, we held control of the game almost the entire way. This is one of our most normal scoring games that we have had all season. 27-10, no blow up of defense. I mean, we gave up all 10 points in the second half, so it could have been a shutout low key, but 385 yards of total offense, held them to under 200 total offense, not just passing, but total offense. 216 passing through the air, so great job there. Anthony Richardson throwing that ball and running with it. 483 yards total. 7 for 13 on our 3rd downs and 3 for 4 in the red zone. Just got to fix that one minute play, and we're all good to go as we had the ball for 30 of the 44 minutes. That is a very impressive 3 or 4 percentage roughly, as Richardson 19 for 29, 232 yards and a touchdown. He played very well today. We held Trevor Lawrence to almost nothing. Jonathan Taylor, 25 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown. He was amazing. They almost did not run the ball at all. It looks like they only had 6 carries. No other running backs got the ball, and they only ran the ball 6 times. I mean, I guess when you're down this early, there's not many chances to run it. But they probably could have utilized it a little bit more in the second and third quarter to not only take back pace of the game, but also maybe steal back a little bit of momentum towards themselves. A couple good run plays showing they can do it, and then could have played a bigger part in the late ends of the game. Jonathan Taylor did catch the only touchdown pass of the game. Michael Pittman Jr., 6 for 51. Downs, 3 for 41. We got to work on getting those boys the ball just a little bit more. And then defensively, Kwity Paye, 4 TFLs today, 4 sacks. My boy was an animal all day, feast. As this time it wasn't even DeForest, it was Kwity. All the way in the backfield, all day long, just being a menace and terror. And then shout out to Vince for getting his first ever career interception. As after the game, we do get a upgrade here for Manny Bell, who did lodge a sack in the last game too as well. We're just going to go ahead and upgrade his pass coverage, keep getting him as good as possible so he can take over that linebacker spot eventually in the future too as well. Gets +1 to his own, which is now at 66, so pretty good. Not too bad. 64 man, 66 zones, pretty balanced at least. And that will lead us into the next part of the series, man, where we have the Packers coming up, Texans, Dolphins. Not a whole lot of good teams set up on the schedule here. I mean, the Packers are 3-2, so I guess that's not, terrible. But then the Texans are 2-3, and we have to see what Miami is. But that team is just always hard to beat, just with their speed and everything. And we run a lot of man coverage, so I don't know how that's going to affect us. It might be one of those things where they might be bad, but our matchup problems are going to be apparent. Now, looking at the standings here, the 49ers are still undefeated. We're still the worst team with 1 loss, sitting at number 7. As there's a bunch of 3-2 teams here in the middle of the pack, a lot of 2-3s. And then we actually end up getting a player of the week after that game. Kwity Paye, with his 4 sacks, ends up earning that award for himself. So shout out to him as well. And then real quick, we obviously franchise tagged Michael Pittman Jr. for the year. Definitely want to try to get maybe a deal done with him. As we're looking at some of our re-signs, we have DeForest Buckner, Zaire Franklin, Will Fries, Ryan Kelly. A lot of important people to this team. And we only have $82 million to make all of this fit somehow. So some names might be left off. Some big names might be hitting free agency. And we might actually have some more glaring holes that I did not anticipate having for next season. So this year becomes even more important. But I know one person I'm not missing out on. We even went and signed somebody to make this a possibility, as we got a mentor at his position now with Robert Woods. Interest level is really high. I say just go with the neutral offer here, 4 years, around roughly $17 million. He's going to go ahead and sign that one with ease for us. So that's great. We went ahead and locked up one of our most important offensive figures. Now we got to figure out a way to make it work with DeForest Buckner, but we will take care of more of that stuff on the bye week. That's typically where I like to set those up at first, and then we kind of spend obviously the rest of the weeks of the year, getting all of those tries. And I think you get like 3 or 4 tries before they completely just they're not interested anymore. Unless, of course, you disrespect them on the first offer. Then they don't do anything else. But next time out, man, we'll go ahead and get into at least games 6 and 7. We'll see if we get into game week 8 as well, and see what our record's going to be after that, man. I mean, we've started the season really good at 4-1. Played, I feel like, where a lot of people were projected. If Anthony Richardson pans out as I think he should be able to this upcoming season, I see no reason why this team couldn't be this good in real life for the year 2025. Or I guess the season will start 2024. So let me know what you guys think about it, man. Let me know if you guys have any other suggestions on the team, any trades that you guys think we should make, because remember, week 8 is the trade deadline too as well. So if there's any trades that you guys would like to see, let me know. Let me know what moves that need to be made after today's game. Do you guys still think that we should move around our tight ends? Let me know that too as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series, man. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe on your way out the video. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. It's your boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka SmooveGotGame, aka Coach Sly Coop. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. I'm out for the day. Later.